Sinaloa cartel, founder and leader of the Jalisco New Generation, the CGNG. What is going on in Mexico to fill the vacuum that his death leaves?
Yeah, well, this is extremely big news. This is huge news. And Mencho, as you mentioned, was a leader of the New Generation cartel. They are extremely violent, as you mentioned, more violent than the Sinaloa cartel. And Mencho's cartel, extremely violent, ruthless, and barbaric. I'm talking about these guys torturing their victims, cutting their hearts out, and eating the heart. I mean, just incredible stuff. So this was a big deal. This is a big win for Mexico, for the United States, and the entire world.
Right, but what is happening in the power vacuum that has been left by his death? Because we see scenes there in Puerto Vallarta, which is a major American tourist destination, where cars are on fire, running gun battles in the streets have been reported.
Yeah, what we're seeing right now is basically the retaliation on the part of the El Mencho's people. El Mencho's people are extremely loyal to him. They'll die for him, and they have died for him. So they are extremely upset that their leader was killed, and it's payback time now. That's why they're creating chaos. They're disrupting the Mexican, everything that's going on in Mexico, the Mexican government. So that's what we're seeing right now. Now that should last a while longer than it's going to calm down. What's taking place right now, though, in the meantime, is the discussion who's going to take over the leadership. And my money's going to be on El Mencho son-in-law, and the cartels like to keep the leadership in the family, and I think El Mencho's wife also may be involved in that. There's some other people that may be possible replacements. However, I think you may see some internal conflict within the cartel if that does happen, and then you'll see more violence. But this is a big deal. It's a big win. United States very involved in providing intelligence to Mexican authorities, but the credit goes to the Mexican authorities for actually taking El Mencho out. So this is great news for a lot of people.
Great news for a lot of people, but not such great news for tourists who are down there in that area, who are suddenly finding themselves under a shelter-in-place order from the State Department. And the State Department shelter-in-place order goes to Puerto Vallarta, Guadalajara, Chapala, Reynosa, Michoacan, Guerrero, Nuevo Leon. I mean, a lot of people are trying to get out of there, Robert, as fast as they can, and they're having a hard time doing it.
Yeah, well, I got to tell you, and you've probably heard me say this before, is that I tell people not to go to Mexico. And I think there's even more reason for me to say that, because things have changed now. President Trump has said he's going after the cartel. And I think by us providing information to Mexican authorities on his location and taking him out, you're going to see more of this happen. I do a lot of research, which includes going into Mexico. I have not been going there for that reason, because I really believe that Trump is going to step up the game. He's going to go after the cartel with or without the cooperation of the Mexican government. Yeah. And I certainly won't want to be stuck in Mexico when something like that happens.
All right, so real quick, we're coming into the end of February, beginning of March. Tens of thousands of Americans are going to be heading to Mexico on spring break. What's your advice to them?
Don't go to Mexico. I'm serious about that. It's a different time. It's a different world now. And then you're going to see an increase of the cartels fighting each other for control of the drug trafficking routes and everything else that's involved, tapping the pipelines, stealing truckloads of avocado, kidnappings, extortion, everything that the cartels are involved in. My advice is don't go to Mexico for a while, because I think you're going to see more of this, and I think we're going to see this in the near future.
Yeah, all right, stay here in the United States or go somewhere else a little safer. Robert, thanks for the update. Really appreciate you coming on, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Now this.
I'm sick and tired of hearing these Democratic politicians stand up on these podiums and say how sorry they are for seeing these criminal illegal aliens being ripped apart from their families. What about us? What about the American family? What about us?
President Trump today hearing from angel families as he honors the lives of victims of crimes committed by illegal migrants. Among them, 20-year-old Katie Abraham, killed in a drunk driving hit and run. Her father, Joe Abraham, joins us live next.
Hi, I'm Gary Player. I'm a professional golfer. I've won 165 tournaments, and I'm one of 5 golfers to achieve a Grand Slam career victory. But what means more to me than all of this is my ability to give back and do good, particularly to the United States of America. That's why I'm committed to helping Tunnel to Towers Foundation.
Good to see you, Frank. Good to see you, Barry. How you doing? You're one of the most successful golfers that ever played the game. You're an incredible human being, but you joined the Tunnel to Towers Foundation. You see the work we're doing, and you wanted to help us raise money because how much you love America.
And I'll never forget one of the days I went there in Miami. This lady was on duty with her husband, and the police. She heard that her husband had just been killed. Now she's got 2 children. What's the first thought that comes to your mind? How am I going to support these children? How am I going to give them an education? How am I going to give them a normal life? What am I going to do with my mortgage? Tunnel to Towers is right there, across the board. I mean, what you do is fantastic.
Because you know the sacrifice that was made for our country to give us this beautiful country.
I doubt if there's anybody that loves the country more than I do. And I have said gratitude for what this country has not only done for me, but what it's done for the world.
And as a foundation, you know, we're there to help these families after they lose their loved one and they have young families left behind. And I know you're here to join us on that.
Tunnel to Towers is working every day to support America's greatest heroes. Please donate $11 a month at t2t.org. The Tunnel to Towers Foundation. Let us do good.
America has the greatest economy in the world, but most of us can agree that we have a problem. The cost of almost everything is up. Home prices, rent, food, insurance, especially vehicles. That's why more Americans are keeping their cars longer, including me. And one way that we can make life more affordable is CarShield, America's #1 auto protection company.
CarShield's rated A+ with the Better Business Bureau and named America's most trusted auto protection company.
With CarShield, drivers can save thousands on covered parts and systems like your engine, transmission, entertainment system, and more. It's the protection I trust, just like these happy other customers.
With CarShield, saving the $2,700 has been a real blessing. I love CarShield. It is my lifeline.
Our life as nurses, we just step up and we help people, and it's really nice when somebody steps up and helped us. If our car breaks down, CarShield administrators have our back.
If your car's out of warranty, it's not a matter of if it'll break down, but when. Call CarShield before it's too late and protect yourself from expensive car repairs.
Plans protect you nationwide with thousands of vetted shops to choose from, or CarShield's concierge service to help find a mechanic near you. Unlike other companies, you're not sent to the cheapest place in town. That's why I trust CarShield, and so should you.
I have filed a total of over 5 claims, and my price from when I signed up never went up. And at the age of my car, that is security.
Based in St. Louis, CarShield supports hardworking Americans and helps save over $1 billion in expensive auto repairs. All you have to do is give CarShield a call before a breakdown happens. Call now.
Call CarShield now before a breakdown and see how they're saving drivers money on covered auto repairs. Call for your free quote and their price lock guarantee. Call 800-842-2995. 800-842-2995. 800-842-2995.
I suppose it's a positive update on the winter storm. Breaking right now, New Jersey State Police are lifting a travel restriction put in place as a blizzard battered the state with feet of snow and high winds. Officials still caution drivers to avoid any unnecessary travel. All right, John?
Wow, that's wild. It looks like a page out of Keith Urban's Till Summer Comes Around song. Well, meanwhile, flight chaos at airports says more than 20,000 flights have been impacted by the storm. Let's check in with Fox Business correspondent Connor Hansen. He's live at Reagan National Airport here in Washington, D.C. All the snow is gone here, but doesn't mean the flights aren't coming in from places where there's lots of snow or headed there.
That's exactly right, John. Now more than 20,000 flights have been impacted across the country by this blizzard, and that's into tomorrow. As you mentioned, D.C., snow is melting, but today alone there were hundreds of flights canceled. Things are just slowly starting to get back on track here. Much worse in cities like New York and Boston. Today alone at New York airports, thousands of flights were canceled. Pretty much if you had a flight going in or out of New York, it's probably not going to happen until at least tomorrow. Just for some context, more than 22 inches fell at LaGuardia Airport. Now, around 40 million Americans were put under a blizzard warning yesterday as people braced for the worst snow in years. This storm comes while DHS is partially shut down during the ongoing funding debate in Congress. DHS initially said it could start limiting the popular TSA PreCheck to conserve resources. Now, TSA says it will keep the program running, but could pare it back if they have staffing issues going forward. For international travelers who might be coming home this week, global entry has been suspended, and courtesy escorts for members of Congress are put on hold, many of them using this airport every single week. And another group being impacted by this weather, the USA Olympic gold medal hockey team on their way back for their regular scheduled NHL games. They are being diverted. Miami, we're told, will be landing in the next hour or so. I think we can all say we'd rather be at their party tonight, John.
All right. Let's hope that people get to their parties eventually. Kind of thank you for the update. Appreciate it. Now this.
February 22nd is going to be National Angel Family Day. Very important. So many incredible family members and friends, parents and children. I will not forget them. I'm never going to forget them. And I just think you're among the most brave people.
President Trump honoring angel families today, those whose loved ones were victims of crimes at the hands of illegal migrants. Our next guest was at the White House. His daughter, Katie Abraham, was killed in a hit-and-run crash by an illegal immigrant and was honored at a White House ceremony.
We will now light a candle in honor of the victims and in solidarity with their families. Following the lighting of the candle, the names of the victims will be read aloud so that their memory may be honored.
Katie Abraham. Joe Abraham, Katie's father, joins us now. Welcome to you, sir. And I just want to first ask, what did that mean today to have angel families like yours honored by the president at the White House?
So I'd have to say I had mixed feelings around this. I appreciate President Trump so much for acknowledging us, not trying to erase us, ignore us because we might be inconvenient for certain policies. And the other side of me felt so sorry for our country that this is what it's come down to. A very preventable outcome of policies of the prior administration. And I just wonder how someone like Mayorkas could sleep at night with so much blood on his hands, and why the DOJ is not looking into the corrupt and insidious practices he did in the prior administration. How sad is it for our country now we have to have a special day for children and parents and brothers and sisters who were killed at the hands of illegal immigrants who should have never been here, as they did not do it properly. As a family of immigrants, my father and mother came from a third world country the proper way. There's a way to do it and there's a way not to do it. So I had mixed emotions on that.
Joe, we are so sorry for your loss, and we've been showing these beautiful pictures of your daughter on the screen for our viewers to see and to remember her, and we grieve the loss of her with you. And there was a moment at the White House ceremony where Katie's photo was shown during the White House ceremony. And it's so important that we tell her story and we remember what happened to her. And I know a big part of your mission now is to get her story out there and stop this from happening to anyone else in this country. I heard you mention the partisan side of this, and President Trump directly addressed that when he spoke at the ceremony. Listen.
I don't know why the news doesn't want to hear it. The Democrats don't want to hear it. The radical left, they don't want to hear it. What's not to hear? We want to stop murderers and criminals from coming into our country. What's these people saying? We want to protect murderers? I don't get it. It's something sick. They're sick. Can't have a country like that.
What do you think when you hear the president say that?
He's absolutely right. I don't know how you can argue with this. Juxtapose him and Governor Pritzker in Illinois, who's completely erased Katie, did not acknowledge her life, did not acknowledge her death. Yes, she was killed by an illegal immigrant, but he was aided and abetted by Illinois sanctuary policies. Now, this was a predictable outcome of reckless, extreme, radical policies out of Illinois' Governor Pritzker and the Illinois General Assembly, the state legislatures. They are partly responsible for these deaths. Yet, unlike Donald Trump, they ignore us, they try to erase us. The media is behind them. I'm assuming they need J.B. Pritzker money. I don't know what it is, in all honesty. But sometimes I wonder, because I feel like Governor Pritzker is not really a deep thinker. Is there some other person or something outside of Illinois that makes him create these awful policies?
Joe, we cannot imagine what your family has been through, losing beautiful Katie. Again, her picture's up on the screen here, and we'll keep telling her story and the stories of all these angel families. We're with you. Thank you very much for joining us on that today.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I was ticked off he didn't invite me to his inauguration. You know, most of the time the Archbishop of New York, among other religious leaders, gets invited. I was ticked off that he didn't have, he had few Catholics on his transition team.
Why Socialist New York City Mayor Zoran Mamdani is being accused of giving the Catholic Church the cold shoulder. That's all new at 2.
Plus, we are keeping an eye on the airport in Miami, because guess what? That is where Team USA's gold medal winning hockey team is set to arrive in moments. Can you imagine the thrill for everyone who's going to see them? We're going to keep our eye on that and have that for you live when it happens next.
If you're a veteran, own a home, and need cash, here's good news. Your service to your country has earned you the right to apply for a home loan that's VA guaranteed.